Number 3, John Kerry explains Syria. In a Senate hearing, Secretary of State John Kerry... I'm sorry, those words just don't sound good together. Secretary of State John Kerry was trying to explain the importance of American involvement in Syria. Yeah, because when you're trying to convince people of something, obviously you want to send in Mr. I was for the war before I voted against it. And here's his exchange with Rand Paul.
When I first heard that the president was going to come to Congress, boy, was I pleasantly surprised. I was proud that he was my president. I didn't vote for him, and I still am opposed to him quite a few times, but I was proud that he did this, and I was just about to stand on my feet and clap and give him a standing ovation, and then I heard, well, but if I lose the vote, I'll probably go ahead and do the bombing anyway. And so it does concern me. I want to be proud of the president, but every time I'm just about there, then I get worried that really he doesn't mean it, that he's going to sort of obey the Constitution if he wins. So I heard Secretary Kerry say, if we win, sure. But if we lose, what? I mean, make me proud today, Secretary Kerry. Stand up for us and say, you're going to obey the Constitution, and if we vote you down, which is unlikely, by the way, but if we do, you would go with what the people say through their Congress, and you wouldn't go forward with a war that your Congress votes against. Can you give me a better answer, Secretary Kerry?
I can't give you a different answer than the one I've already given you. I don't know what the president's decision is. Who the hell knows? But I will tell you this. Whatever decision he makes, you should be proud. You should be getting on your hands and knees ready to kiss his feet and whatever else he wants. Because he still has the constitutional authority, and he would be in keeping with that authority.
Well, I disagree with you there. I don't believe he has the constitutional authority. I think Congress had it.
Yeah, President Obama pretty much just does whatever he wants. What I would have done if I'd been elected. Too bad I suck.
If we do not say that the Constitution applies, if we do not say explicitly that we will abide by this vote, you're making a joke of us. You're making us into theater. And so we play constitutional theater for the president. If this is real, you will abide by the verdict of Congress. You're probably going to win. Just go ahead and say it's real, and let's have a real debate in this country and not a meaningless debate that in the end you lose and you say, oh, well, we had the authority anyway. We're going to go ahead and go to war anyway. A couple of items.
Senator, I can assure you there is not one thing meaningless about this, and this is all very real. This is just as real as my terror when I get tucked into bed every single night. And I'm not president.
Only if our vote makes a difference. Only if our vote is binding is it meaningful.
And Senator, I will have to leave that answer to the man who has the authority for that, the President of the United States. I mean, I was just sent here as the President's liaison. What do you expect me to do, liaise?
Number 2, Trayvon Martin's witness. Now, since the Wittenberg factor was on hiatus for all of 2013, this is the first opportunity we've really had to talk about the George Zimmerman case, other than Sticky Fingers' desire to have Zimmerman clapped. I always thought the slang was capped, but nope, Mr. Fingers said clapped. And speaking of inarticulate, I want to talk about the star witness of the Zimmerman case. Now, Zimmerman wasn't white. He was Hispanic, so the media had to invent a new race, the white Hispanic. Okay, so the prosecution wanted to show that this white Hispanic was racist, so they called Martin's friend Rachel Jeantel to the stand. And then this happened.
What's one thing about what Trayvon Martin told you that made you think this was racial?
Describing the person.
Pardon me?
Describing the person.
I just didn't...
Describing the person that was watching him and following him, sir.
Describing the person is what made you think it was racial?
Yes.
And that's because he described him as a creepy-ass cracker?
Yes.
So it was racial, but it was because Trayvon Martin put race in this.
No.
You don't think that's a racial comment?
No.
You don't think that creepy-ass cracker is a racial comment?
No.
Yes, creepy-ass cracker isn't a racial term to her. Now, I really can't say that I blame her. Through the media, we're all indoctrinated to believe that all black people are victims and all white people are racist. So, how could a pejorative term for a white person even be considered racist? According to liberal logic, my favorite oxymoron, it can't. And I'd just like to point out, though, that despite what the media says, every white person in America is not actually like this.
My eyes have seen the glory of the trampling at the zoo. We've washed ourselves in niggers' blood and all the mongrels too. We're taking down this art machine, Jew by Jew by Jew. The white man marches on.
So, okay, maybe she was just misled. Don't blame her, blame the media, blame the country, blame whoever you want. She's just a poor innocent person who was called to trial. And then, this happened.
Are you able to read that copy well enough that you can tell us if it's in fact the same letter?
No.
Are you unable to read that at all?
Some of them I do not.
Can you read any of the words on it?
I don't understand. Cursive. I don't read cursive.
Okay, never mind. She's just a few drumsticks short of a KFC combo meal.
That's real retarded, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Number 1, Pop Goes McCain. So when we were about to go into Syria, John McCain was in a meeting about what our plan was, and he apparently didn't take his Ritalin that day because he was caught playing video poker on his phone. Here's a clip. So I think that the best, if we're going to do this right, Senator McCain, what? Are you playing poker on your phone? Indeed I am. So you don't care enough about the lives of American soldiers you may send into harm's way to actually listen to our strategy? No, you misunderstand me. It's not that at all. It's just that when there's potential for innocent Americans to die for nothing, it makes me, well, pop a boner. What? Well, when there's crushing death all around and no one here can stop it, hey, guess what happens to me? Pop goes my boner. Lindsay says, shut up, you don't get a lawyer. Hey, guess what happens to me? Pop goes my boner. Pop goes his boner. And that's exactly how it went down. My friends, thank you for joining us tonight on The Factor. I'm Tyler Wittenberg, and the spin is that away.
I don't even know why I'm here. I'm just fucking worthless.
I am fucking breathing this thing.